Welcome back to another video here on Madden 26. Today we're going to be doing another challenge style rebuild through the fantasy draft. This one was suggested by you guys, two of you guys, maybe more. I apologize, but these are the two I have saved and screenshotted because they're kind of sent somewhat near each other. But they both basically say, can you do a rebuild only drafting one position? Now, that's what Baron and Braden said, but Gage Moody said, can you do that for offense and defense? So I think I kind of like that a little bit more, and I think to decide which position we're going to be doing that for on each side of the ball, we are going to spin a wheel, because in theory, I think if I was choosing, I'd probably choose like offensively wide receiver, because there's a couple of wide receivers I might be able to put at QB. Definitely all of them at running back. A few I could put at tight end. So that's a lot of the positions. So if we get lucky enough to draw that, that's fair enough. And then defensively, I don't know, there's a bunch. Like maybe linebacker, because I can put them at, probably safety, because I could probably put a couple at linebacker, a couple at corner. Either way, let's go to the wheel. Right now, here is the wheel. Of course, we have a bunch of different positions. O-line, wide receiver, edge, DT, cornerback, safety, and running back. I would argue running back is by far the worst one to get on offense. We're not doing all of them because it would be really pointless to do quarterback. There's maybe a few that could play running back at best. Fullback, obviously, that's like one position. O-line, obviously, could play a bunch of different O-line positions. But I wanted to also make it kind of doable. So we'll see. Obviously, the whole point is to have an out-of-position kind of experience, I think. But either way, let's spin the wheel, see what we get. Again, wide receiver on offense. Just anything but running back. Why is DT so large, by the way? Cornerback. Okay, so that is a little limited, but in theory, yeah, at least have corner, free safety, strong safety. Maybe if you went Jalen Ramsey early, you could put him at linebacker, I suppose. Can't really think there's many, though, that you'd be able to do that at the cornerback spot. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I think edge would have been the best one, because edge is so hard to draft and develop. At least if you have that position, you can fill the rest. Either way, we didn't get that. Just anything but running back, please. No! Okay, I got a little excited there for one. I gotta relax. Two, we didn't get to running back, thankfully. Wide receiver. So we got a little bit of a mid poll. Ironically enough, we got wide receiver, corner, kind of the opposites of each other. But we got a really good one on offense here, because again, this could be running back, this could be wide receiver, obviously. This could be tight end. And in theory, if we find the wide receiver that can throw the ball, I think there's a few. Can't really think off the top of my head. We can get a quarterback out of this as well. Either way, let's head to the actual fantasy draft itself. All right, let's start this draft. We have, of course, wide receiver, corner as our options. We end up with pick 15 to start. So, of course, we could take any of these positions. Any wide receiver we want, any corner we want. You do have to kind of keep in mind, though, running back, I think you're fine. Like, I think you can pretty much take any of these wide receivers, move them running back, and everything's fine. But for tight end, guys like Mike Evans are going to make better tight ends. Guys like Nico Collins, maybe not too bad at tight end. T. Higgins, okay. Cortland Sutton, okay. DK, obviously, a top-tier tight end kind of spot. And then cornerback, it's going to be a position that you want to go a little bit higher for. Now, again, we talked about Jalen Ramsey might be able to play linebacker. I'm not 100% sure. And at 30 years old, I don't know if I'm willing to make that bet. I don't know if I truly believe enough to be like, yeah, let's do it. Let's put him at linebacker. But of course, this is going to be a very unrealistic style rebuild, so buckle in. What do I want to do? Because wide receiver, I mean, that is the toughest position to draft of the two that we've got. But at the same time, I feel like you can get away with a lower overall wide receiver at a bunch of different positions, whereas, again, if I want a safety out of these guys, I want a corner out of these guys, or a linebacker out of these guys, I'm going to need a higher overall player. Sauce Gardner's a really good player, 6'3", 200. I'm not sure what rating I'm looking for. Tackle, maybe, if I'm going for, again, somebody to play that linebacker role. I mean, Jalen Ramsey's number one, but 30 years old. I don't know if I can do that. I'm not going to overthink it. Christian Gonzalez is just ridiculous. I don't know if he could play any other position, but for right now, I just want a really good player, and that's what I get. We're also kind of winging it a little bit, so Drake London could definitely make for a tight end, for sure. What do we have at corner? If Jalen's there, I might have a tough time not grabbing him. This is so much tougher than I thought it was going to be. I was like, well, it's only two positions. I'm just going to grab whoever's best. Well, I don't know if that's true anymore. I don't. Drake London sometimes sticks around a little bit, but like unless you think JSN's worth it, you're kind of reaching just for the thought of hopefully he sticks around. This is challenging. You know what? I'm going to take Drake London. I think he's a very good opportunity player for a tight end if we decide to go that route. Let's see if we have any other wide receivers, though, because, again, if I had to choose between do I want better wide receivers or I want better corners, I think I'm choosing better wide receivers. DK is also a very good player to play tight end as well. I'm just going to hope Cooper DeJean is there next round, which at that point I'm just going to maybe, I don't know where I'm going to put him, but somewhere, safety. Maybe. But also, I think it's a little spot on to go Travis Hunter. I got to take Travis Hunter. We're doing a Jaguars rebuild as well. I'm taking Travis Hunter because maybe I want to put him at corner. I don't know. And he is. Okay, I'm taking Cooper DeJean. We've got ourselves one of the most versatile defenders. So there you go. Maybe you can play linebacker. I don't freaking know. I just got here, man. Oh, Petrie. That's like a proper safety. Like if anyone can go up in dev or overall switching to safety, it's going to be freaking peachy. The problem is I don't love the value at 26, but I might have to. I got to do it. I got to do it. He's our free safety. It's not just about doing the smartest thing. It's also about doing, like, the coolest thing. All right? What does it matter in life if you're not being cool, you know? If you're not cool looking while you're doing it, who cares? Screw it. Egbukah is going to be one of our true starters at wide receiver. I think one of the guys in front of him are going to be tight end. And I don't know how well he's going to play at safety, but Tarheeb still looks like a great safety to me. Like, look at that zone coverage. He's going to be our strong safety, I think. And you know what? Xavier Worthy is running back 1. I don't know what to tell you. He's got pretty damn good ball carry vision. 73 carry, and you can get away with. This is our running back 1. I don't care what you say. I don't care that he's 165. Don't matter to me. It's not going to affect his ability to carry the ball, I'll tell you that much. Again, because I think a lot of our corners are going to be moving around. We're going to get Will Johnson as a corner. We're kind of running out of things to draft. I'm half tempted to start drafting like linemen that are like really low overall just to fill our roster. Because I don't know if we're going to allow trades. If we do, it's going to be like hardest difficulty and trade finder only or something like that. Although I suppose Dax Hill fits as a safety if some of the other guys don't translate well, like still maybe. And just in case I forget, I kind of want Tesla as our tight end, so we'll see. We'll see who's that tight end. There's going to be a lot of options. Oh, what about Higgins? He's a perfect tight end as well. And if Savion doesn't go up at running back, I don't know who the hell will. And I know we're reaching hard for these guys, but we're getting to that point where, you know, we're not really getting the greatest of value anyways. But sure, why not? We'll get Thomas, who's insanely slow. I mean, he's barely even a slot corner. Jalen Knoll. I feel like Garrett Williams has got good trade value, so we'll go for him. At this point, I'm just going to draft nothing but trade value guys and then just enough minimums to have a starting lineup. So, like, Nathan Peterman, Wynn as our backup, and maybe one running back, fullback, that kind of stuff. Stuff you don't need to be bothered with, all right? Just at this point, it's pure trade value. Trade value and bare minimum to have a starting roster to actually be able to sim. So we're going to start the trades off, not going for many players, just a few. 5th round pick for Jelani Woods, and I have a good reason. And that reason is, while not good, one of the best options for a non-quarterback position change to quarterback. Not great, of course, with 79 throw power, but 67 short accuracy, 61 medium accuracy, 62 deep, 66 run, 53 thrown under pressure. He's not great, but he's one of the best options you can get. So, I mean, just to put it into perspective, let's take Egbukah, for example, 81 overall. He's a way higher overall. Woods is only a 67. Let's take a look at what he looks like at quarterback. And it's a 12 overall. Okay, so it's not great. He's going to suck, but at least it's fun. And this is what it costs to get a 2nd round pick off the Raiders with the very hard trade difficulty on Pearsall, Romeo Dobbs, and Wilson with a 6th round pick for that 2nd round pick. That's already a bulk of our draft capital, or trade bait, if you will. And another trade for a 2nd round pick. I think that's it, though. I think we're going to keep every other player because the wide receiver position, Besh has a 4-year contract. Pat Bryant's a 4-year. Thornton's a 4-year. Why would I give that up? We don't need to draft another wide receiver for the rest of this rebuild. Don't need another cornerback for the rest of this rebuild. That's 2 positions completely locked down. All right, here is the team for Season 1. This is basically the out-of-position rebuild, right? I might even have, like, multiple titles that are, like, out-of-position rebuild, whatever. But this is what the squad looks like. Obviously, Jelani Woods is our QB1. Yeah, the throw power is, like, here's the thing. 46 overall, but let's just raise the throw power. I'm not going to keep it there. I'm going to drop it back down to 79, but I just want to raise it to 90, which is, NFL level. Like, what overall does that bring him to? Does it at least put him in, like, the 60s? Okay, it does nothing for him. Okay, I lied. I thought, the throw power alone would have been enough. No, he still sucks. Okay, Never mind. False alarm, he's still ass. Anyways, the rest of the squad, though, wide receivers, great. Running back, if you even want to call him that, Xavier Worthy's an 85 overall now. Tight ends don't go up as high as I would have thought, even though Mac Hollins does. Higgins is going to be the number 1 tight end because he's a little younger than Tesla, and more importantly, he has higher run block. I don't know if that's really more importantly, but that's what I said. Defensively, these were the ones that shocked me. Cooper DeJean went down, I think 1 overall, and that's it. I mean, he's chilling. Really good tackling. Block shed's not bad, obviously. And then coverage is through the roof. Doesn't go down much at all. And then Petrie, I don't think went down at all. I think he just straight up stayed the same, which is fantastic. I don't know if it's the tackling or what it is, but he didn't move. And I was thinking, oh man, is that every corner? Not really, because Thomas goes over. He drops down 5 overalls. Still usable here at linebacker. And yeah, corner got us some depth here. Didn't really get the glow up I wanted from safety either. It's a little weird to see corner go to linebacker and not lose a single thing. But yeah, it's so weird to see corner go to safety that, high zone coverage and whatnot. And, guys Still goes down, I think 5 overalls. But, DeJean and Petrie doesn't go down at all. And DeJean's only 1. So we'll see what happens in the future. Maybe Still is our, you know what? I mean, I'll start taking a look around. But if no one else goes up in overall or stays around the same, I think Still is just going to sit there. So we'll say if he could stay a corner and is an 83 overall, play the slot, get a star dev up, that'd be great. Travis Hunter's at 4 because you actually don't get stats, I don't believe, with him playing corner. So it's just pointless other than trying to win the game, which, yeah, I want to develop some players. So if not, this is what the roster looks like, and we will get our training camp in, see what kind of boost we can get on top of it. All right, contracts already. Travis Hunter and Egbuka. Oh, my Lord, already? We just freaking got these guys. Noel's not a bad name either, even as a backup. So we'll pay those 3, and then the rest, all these backup low levels, probably go to free agency, including, if he's even there, I'd probably look past him because of his overall being low. But yeah, Jelani Woods, well, he's 1.1 mil. We'll see. But, yeah, we've also, believe it or not, won a few games. I don't know what that's about, but sure. All right, headed to the playoffs. I said we got a couple of wins. I didn't say we won, 1,000 games. We got 3 wins, which is 3 more wins than we probably should have won. Because, again, we have no quarterback. We have no O-line. But, yeah, we had a couple wins sprinkled in. Lost, 8 in a row. It's okay. We'll be fine. Jelani Woods, though, it's crazy to say, but I have seen worse seasons than that from real quarterbacks in the game. That's crazy. Okay, let him cook. Obviously, it's going to suck for everyone, but still, it could have been worse. Pass rush, yeah, not much going on there. 4 for that guy. A couple of picks, though. That is the one thing that does kind of suck. While we do have actually a couple of positions filled out and ready to go for the future, there were also positions that, I should have actually went for Tedero because he would have been quarterback for us as well. They're positions that don't really do well statistically without help. And yeah, there's that. If we got good edge rushers, we could have had a good season with an edge rusher, right? Running back, I suppose, could have done a little bit better, but receivers can't do anything without a quarterback, I suppose. So, it wasn't the worst poll, but we could have gotten better. We could have maybe got, I don't think it would have mattered though, wide receiver, running back. Yeah, other than a quarterback, you can't really get a quarterback. There was, I think, 1 player, and he was not bad, but he's too low of an overall. He just doesn't show up in the game at all, which is crazy. He's in the files, he's in the rosters, but you can't find him because he's such a low overall. And winner of the Super Bowl is the Seahawks. Did we do enough for a dev up? Maybe defensively. Let's find out. Offensively, though, of course, nobody. And then defensively, what the hell is this? Cooper DeJean's an X Factor. All right, goated linebacker, it would appear. I am down. That's great. And then, of course, we had a couple of dev-ups at the cornerback spot. Christian Gonzalez goes to X Factor as the NFL interceptions leader, apparently. Don't quote me on that. And then another big one, like we kind of suspected, Garrett Williams is a star dev. So, yeah, some of the defenders, specifically those corners, not bad dev-ups at all. We'll see what we can do for the future, though. Retirements, I mean, there might have been some guys, but yeah, to be honest, do we care? Like, none of the guys we actually, care about would have retired, so we're fine. And the negotiations we took care of. I mean, there's a lot of low overalls we're hoping to fill through the draft. We don't have many draft picks, but we should have the number 1 overall draft pick and multiple seconds to go with the rest of our class. Not sure what we do, because realistically we should trade down, but if there's a quarterback, I'm taking him. If there's a generational edge rusher, I'm taking him. As far as free agency goes, though, doubt we're going to get anyone, but since we literally need, like, half the positions, you know, if there's even a halfway decent quarterback, I'm probably going to take him. But they got to be developable. Like, Shedeur Sanders, I'll grab. And that's, like, kind of it. Riley Leonard. Oh, we actually had success with Riley Leonard once. Did we have success with Shedeur, though? If not, that's kind of who I want to go. I want to develop someone different. O-line, while garbage, still better than what we have. So you might want to throw a little bit at these guys. Like Mahogany is definitely someone I want to go for, because he's vastly improving our O-line. I mean, in a perfect world, I'd replace all 5 linemen with a rookie. But I don't know if we're living in a perfect world currently. I feel like it is not that. I think we're cooked. Let's see, a 2-year team. Like, how are we going to get all these players? I don't think it's going to happen. I don't love that. I don't love the outlook here at all. We could go for some more linemen, but again, I really want to believe that we're going to just fix it through the draft. That's all I'm saying. What about Glaze? Okay, we should get Glaze. So we should lock in a few linemen. Like, a couple. Kennard. We definitely want edge rushers, because I am not going to draft this well. Like, we are going to draft this position so poorly. Jordan Phillips, okay. See, things are kind of running out. You only get 5, right? We get 3, so 2 out of 5. I'll show you the list, and then you'll see. All right, so we're going for Green Bay's edge rushers. They're young enough. You can't really get much younger than that. Evan Neal, you want to join us? I should not have double tapped that, by the way. Did we get them all? We got all 5 they were looking for, though. So that's 3 new linemen, 2 new edge rushers. That is a great start. Also, I forgot to add Shedeur, but I mean, let's be real. Let's see, this is 68 overall. This is not exactly the first round of free agents that people are going to be focusing on here. And they get a couple more players, a new kicker, new quarterback, and then we're trying to get this punter, but not a bad little start here. And you know what? I forgot about the Travis Hunter trade. At least we have Travis Hunter, so it feels like we didn't get screwed. But that sucks. Good thing is, though, it's a fantasy draft rebuild, so a lot of teams have quarterbacks solved. There's maybe like 2 to 3. So it's not as competitive in theory. All right, in the drafts, let's take a look at these quarterbacks. Oh, my Lord, dude. Let's take a look at these quarterbacks. All 1 to 2s and a 2 to 3. Let's take a look at the key potentials. So I think Sullivan looks all right, even though I do think Baldwin and Callaway are better. I don't know if I'd like have to take one over the other. So I think we will just slow sim it. I mean, I like Baldwin quite a bit the most. Got a bunch of A's in there, but I don't know what the hell is going on there. We have this Truman guy who is, yeah, that's like if bad things happen, and that's the best we can do. But we do have a little bit of the edge as well. I'd love to grab an edge rusher, so we're going to keep our eye on everything, but I don't know where we're going to land. We have a lot of second-round picks, so if we need to make a trade-up, we will. I hate the Browns. F the freaking Browns for robbing me blind. Well, that costs a lot. A second, 2/3, a 6 this year, and a 6 2 years from now. Those are some pretty high draft picks for 17, which, of course, will be a quarterback. Akeem Sullivan, please tell me I didn't get screwed over, but this is the last quarterback we've got. I'm just hoping for a 72 overall hidden. I can't ask for much more. Okay, it just screwed. Oh. Oh. No way, dude. Oh, no way. I mean, I can't trade up any higher than where we're at, so I'll go to the start of the next round. And if there's an edge rusher there, maybe I make a trade up. But as of right now, it's not looking good. All right? It's not looking good, Chief. And it is so laggy. Please, EA, fix this. Wait, Thompson's still there? Tommy gun time, baby. We might actually go for him. Bartell wasn't an actual edge rusher, right? Well, sorta, kinda. Sorta, kinda. He's fast enough. I'll allow it. So we'll slow sim. I would love to have both, but that's not gonna happen. We trade a 2nd and a 5th this year and a 6th next year for this draft pick, which is going to be an edge rusher. Edge rush is one of those positions where it's worth losing, quantity / potential O-line for. I'm just hoping Bartell's at least higher than normal because we already have 2 normal dev linemen. So 59 true. Yes. Huge, 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 huge. We've had luck with Colin Oliver before developing, so we're going to go for him again. He's going to be opposite edge of Mr. Bartell. Hope this quarterback can do well. He's a low overall 70 something, I'd imagine, and he's normal dev, sadly. So not the best work we've ever had. We have a bunch of UDFA linemen as well, so that's going to be the move. Anderson might be one of the DTs. We have to turn this into like a trillion draft picks. And while that's not bad, I need it to be like this year. I need to develop as soon as possible, if possible. Did I just sell? I traded this second round pick for 2 fourths, a fifth, and a third next year. Maybe that was just like super good close value. I get it. It's a mid to late second. But that 4th round pick is mid 4th. I know it's a pretty big jump, but I'm down. I mean, I get a 3rd round next year, and I get, quite a bit of quantity for this year, and I could still trade these down, obviously, to grab those UDFAs. I would like to get 1 DT, though, so if that's right here. This lag is crazy, and it's pissing me off. There's nothing worse that pisses me off than something like this. Let me tell you. Like, it's so effing delayed. It's unbelievable. We're going to take Daniel Brown as our DT, and then we'll probably end up taking the UDFA later as the other DT. Whether they're hidden or not doesn't matter. Obviously, I would like them to be hidden, but in this grand scheme of will it matter if we draft them or not? Like, I'm obviously going to draft them no matter what I think their dev may be. I'm going to take Barnett. He's a 1 to 2 true talent, and we have 4 other linemen. So, while those guys we grabbed in free agency, they're not terrible. If I can replace all of those even without them even playing a snap with these guys potentially being hidden, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to do it. So, that 3rd we got next year might be looking like a couple of 6 this year, to be honest. Oh, we have 2 fifths left. Yes. All right, moving back again. We got to get some 6th round picks up in here. I would prefer 4 6th round picks than 2 fifths. That's the way I look at it. I think most of you would agree. A 5th this for a 2-6 from the Bengals. Should a 5th this. Oh, those are next year picks. 5th this for 3-6 next year. I mean, hell, next year is going to be great. But unfortunately, this year is not. All right, made a trade. All of this for that. We got a lot of picks this year, so we are going to hopefully completely fix the O-line here in one go. Any other position? So DT, I think, is a bigger positional need, so we're going to go with that first. Anderson, 50 true talent hidden. Damn, dude, I've been getting really lucky with hidden development trait nose tackles. Not so much in this one. And then, you know what? This is laggy. You guys don't need to see this. We're going to just draft all these linemen, and I'll let you know who's hidden, who's not. With the first one being Shepard, who... Oh, my lord. Here we go. Hey, look at this. True talent 8 kicker, hidden development trait. We got a generational. All right, take a look at the draft recap. How do we do? Quarterback, 72. I'm calling 72. 73. Okay, slight boost. Dude, this is going to take so long to look at because it's so laggy. But yeah, this quarterback's not bad. He's just, unfortunately, normal development traits. So we're going to hope that he develops nicely. Julius Bartell. Definitely want to see his dev. He is not a bad-looking edge rusher, I must say. He's kind of the big side, 278, but he's athletic. He's got some radiance, and he's a superstar. Well, he was obviously worth the trade up, huh? That is a solid player. I mean, that should be automatically dev'd up, right? Daniel Brown, very good finesse, decent strength, not a bad player. O-line, I don't really care too much about. All right, Anderson, 25 overall. Actually not bad at pass rushing either. Anyone else? Fullback kicker. I'm kind of curious to see the kicker, though. Larson. Damn. That guy's good. And then I think all the other linemen were hidden development trades, so we didn't do too bad for ourselves on the O-line either. Chip Hamilton, hidden development trait. Got to move some players around, but let's take a look at the other quarterbacks you could have had, obviously. We would have had to go up even higher. That's way too much to ask for. Here is Callaway, Matt Callaway, hidden development trait. Wow, he is very good. So the potentials are 100% truthful. 75 overall also with the 1 to 2. It's just, maybe it was a good draft class. I've seen an 82 overall in there, you know? Oh, that sucks. I don't need to be, making that sound either, but superstar dev, that would have been nice. That would have been great. And then Baldwin, 1 pick before us, is also hidden development trait. Again, the best way for us to make that play is to play it out slowly. He's also wearing number 1. It's definitely interesting. And just go for whoever is available, Oh, that hurts. Superstar, one pick later. Normal. Oh, man. Hopefully he's the best of the class, though. You never know. Who's 82, by the way? Cornerback. Oh, wait. 97 speed. Oh, but he's normal. What the hell? I don't think I've ever seen normal. Like, that high? Like, 78, 79 maybe, but 82? Normal? The one time they could have given me a damn dev up for a quarterback. My guy is normal dev, please. All right, here is the team. We have 3 hidden dev linemen. One of them is young, but normal. And then, you know, Glaze not bad at right tackle. Quarterback, that's the big question mark. Will this guy be the future or not? Receivers obviously like a lot. Running back solid. Tight end's all right. Used him for the focus, not focus, training camp. And then defensively, linebackers are amazing. Safeties are okay. Still went up a couple overalls, which is nice. Dax went up a couple overalls, which was nice. Corners went great. And then D-line we obviously have to focus on. But they're all young, and they have a chance to develop. So we'll see if we get lucky or not. All right, re-signings. Drake London wants a lot of money. Like, this is a lot of money, dude. And, like, it's not even like a locked-in place a lot of money. This is a maybe I'll stick around. Like, dude, more than $33 million per year. And then Will Johnson's asking for a lot. A little bit bummed, should be able to do it. Thomas, yeah, that's the freest 7-year I've ever seen. Anyone else? Anyone else trying to get some money? Oliver, how has he played so far? We're literally like smack dead in the middle. 4 sacks. It's not bad. I'll do another 1 year if he wants, but I don't know. After that, you'd have to have a really good season here. And then, of course, we'll extend the players we tried to extend. All right, head to the playoffs. I mean, we're on par for a better season, but, yeah, not on par for a playoff season. Ended up changing the offense to the Rams. I never tried the Rams playbook, but I've seen good things. 4-13. Apparently, those good things were not that good. They were okay. But, yeah, I mean, 0-4 start. I switched it. We got to win. Lost 3, got to win. Lost 2, got to win. Lost 3, got to win. So, I mean, hey. 3-to-1 ratio, lost to win, sadly. Sullivan, 30 touchdowns, 10 picks. You know, when we switched, he was at 10 touchdowns, 6 picks, so pretty good decision. Running game was actually pretty good. Egbuka was not bad. London was all right. Hunter was all right. Higgins, yeah, I wish there was more. O-line, I've, again, seen worse. Pass rush, I wish somebody would have got to double digit. They did not. Bartell, 5.5. That's rough. Interceptions, I got a couple of guys with some numbers. Larson, doesn't look generational to me. Punting was, you know, just over 50 yards per punt. That's the goal we aim for. I backed out too hard. We were 12th on offense. What about defense, and what about scoring, though? 31st defense, that checks out based on our win-loss total. And then, yeah, that also checks out. Fair enough. Yeah, okay. To be fair, it could be just Mahomes. But, yeah, Rams playbook, looking good there. Just give me Rookie of the Year, please. Yes, that's all I needed. I don't care about anything else. I just need that one. If we get anything else, sweet, but I just need the guaranteed dev up to star. That's all I ask for. And speaking of 2 high-powered offensive schemes, I should say, in the Super Bowl, the Bengals versus the Rams. Jordan Love is the starting quarterback for the Bengals. It's kind of crazy. And there you have it. Rams win 38-31. Let's take a look at the dev up. Sullivan, obviously. Damn, I was hoping he would have got... Really, though? 87 overall. I mean, we got the XP a little high. It's like 138 for quarterback, I guess. I mean, it was a good rookie year. It wasn't amazing. We've seen better. But in this realm of no one has ever put up that kind of yardage and touchdown combination, I kind of get it. Defensively, Bartell, the superstar, didn't really do anything there. Only a 77 overall. So, yeah, I mean, some XPs are like, hey, that guy had a great year. And then you have Bartell, who obviously didn't have a great year, didn't go up at all. So I just think the quarterback had a good year. There's really not much more to it. Sadly, no one else went up in dev. Petrie's an 87 overall, though, which is crazy high. Thomas obviously got that long-term contract. So not exactly the dev-ups we were hoping for, but again, we did get our quarterback, our rookie quarterback to star, which as an 87 overall is definitely a good step. Going to lose some of our backups here, but overall, that's fine. We have 104 mil. Maybe somebody insane slips in. Hopefully it's an edge rusher. Maybe we'll be on our way to turning this team into a championship contender. Of course, a lot of kickers and punters. And yeah, as we kind of expected, Pretty weak looking class. Who is that 23-year-old, by the way? Cam Ham. What the hell is that? What is that name? Cam Ham. Well, I mean, I've got to go for him. I have no damn choice. The hell do you mean? It's Cam freaking Ham. The legend of Cam Ham has begun. That's actually wild. That's kind of crazy. You don't really need offense too much. O-line, sorta, but none of them are, other than like 2 of them, which are older, none of them are going to be able to replace any of the guys we got. DTs could replace, and sadly not worth it. Edge could replace, sadly not worth it. Other edge, not worth it. And then, you know, outside of safety, not really much you can do there either. Let's see if we get Cam Ham and start scouting. Cam Ham, welcome to the team. That's the difference maker right there. All right, we are in the draft with pick number 2 overall, and I gotta say, pretty damn disappointed. You know, edge was, I would say, by far our biggest need, and not a single edge rusher, based on the knowledge we have, looks remotely close to pick 2 overall worthy. It's not even a guy in the first round if we're looking at true projections. So, honestly, with that being said, I mean, I'm thinking, even though it's also just a cutting corners strategy, I'm thinking we trade for a proven edge rusher, and I really hate to, especially since Leonard's gone. I would have potentially taken Leonard to be our new DT1 even, maybe, or DT2. You have Abraham. I mean, like, that's just not good. We need edge. There's teams that probably need other positions. I don't really scout all the other ones because, you know, I have a couple of offensive linemen. Who doesn't need better offensive linemen? Tight end, maybe. DT, maybe. Safety, maybe. Edge was by far the position where there was no maybe. It was guaranteed we needed it. I really don't want to make a trade because we do that a couple of, you know, decently often, but at the same time, I need an edge rusher. Pick 2 overall is not worth drafting one. Let's just maybe try to find someone different, and we'll at least enjoy that aspect of it because, you know, it'll be a different type of player to go for. And he's not exactly different, but we haven't gone for Aiden Hutchinson in a long time. A first and a third this year with a 6-2 years from now for Aiden Hutchinson straight up. Hopefully they take, oh God, here we go. I was about to say, hopefully they take a position that actually makes sense for a trade up, like QB or something, but no, they take an edge rusher to likely replace the lost edge rusher they just had. Fantastic. Of course, we also had a freaking 400-pounder. That is definitely interesting, but I don't want to draft someone just because, oh, well, that makes for a cool title or something. It would. Don't get me wrong. It's not wrong, but yeah. Also weird to say don't get me wrong and then say it's not wrong. I don't know. Glenn Beal, again, it's just the edge room was just so garbage. I just can't do it. If the DT was there, maybe I would have taken him, but he is, of course, not. And even though we have a good chance that these safeties fall to the next round, I want to get at least one. So with that being said, it's going to be between Wiener and Offord. I think I even had a guy named Green that was higher than Wiener, so it literally said Green Wiener, but apparently that's gone. So unfortunately, that joke doesn't even get to exist. You have to just take my word for it, which I could be lying. I have no idea who the best is here. I think Offord looks good enough for me. That's going to be the guy. 6'1", 223, 36 true. Normal dev. He's not good enough for me. It was a wasted pick. Let's move on. I am disappointed. And also, I am going to be taking another safety because that is kind of like our bigger needs, sort of, in dev. So the other pick was complete waste. Fantastic. All right. Day 3. We're in round 5. This is a great value. Dalton Gillespie. It's 81 true. Normal dev, unfortunately. Got a lot of potential. Next pick, though, probably a couple of linemen. And speaking of, Pemberton, 40 true talent. Hidden dev, big. And then we're going to take an edge rusher, even though we don't need him. Why not? Dion Farr, very fast, decent finesse, I think it is. Normal dev. Felt like that speed. Yeah, that speed's probably pretty far. Well, I don't know. I was even trying to make like a joke, but it's close. I'd probably say 87 speed, but it's close enough. Did we lose our lineman? Okay, I guess. Flynn was not great, but he was fast, so Cordell Flynn. 147 true. Hidden dev. Okay, I mean, I don't think we're going to have any use for him. Definitely wish we would have done more for the O-line, but again, technically didn't really need anyone. It's just, as always, future-proofing. Let's take a look at the draft recap, though. 75 for the safety member. Obviously, our big draft pick was really, before the draft even began, in Aiden Hutchinson, even though actually it wasn't before, it was during the draft. Fernando Colon, take a look at what his dev is. He is a superstar, so actually a really good draft pick, even though the first safety was kind of a waste. Then with the rest of that, I mean, it's a lot of normal devs, but at least Pemberton was hidden dev. Where is he going to play? I don't know. Maybe a center spot. I can't even remember who we want to replace, if anyone. Put him at center anyways, and dev of star. But yeah, I would like to do a quick rundown of the edge room just to see if we got crazy with it. Let's see. So, edge. I can't imagine any of them were higher than, like, maybe one was like a 75, but most are probably going to be 74 or lower, which in that case is, yeah, we dodged a bullet. Well, let's take a look at the edge. So, it's not any particular order, but so far highest, 74. And then looking at right end, seems to be 75. One guy, 75, and that was the guy I was thinking would have been only one higher than 74. Not wrong. Were they even hidden? Wow, okay. Well, we made the right call. I hate drafting edge rusher because of that. I basically get Aiden Hutchinson for a first-round pick. If I would have taken the truly best player on the board there, we would have had a normal 23-year-old for pick 2 overall. No, thank you. All right, season number, what the hell even is this? 3? Yeah, it's season number 3. The team is getting there. It's getting better. It is an 89 overall team. O-line, we definitely could use better. I don't know if Pemberton is that. I don't think he fits as a tackle, and I think Shepard, his overall is high enough to keep him as the starter for now. I don't know what to think. We definitely need more O-line. Like, Pemberton goes down to a 72 at left guard. Is that worth it? Probably not. Let's take a look at the defensive side of the ball, where not much going on here either that is new. Need the DTs to develop. We need the strong safety to get a dev up himself. But it's not a bad-looking team, especially for a fantasy draft realm. This is probably looking like a top 10 at least by now. Maybe top 5. We're not having a great year. We should be able to afford everyone, though. Worthy, he's been, I could have done the joke, I could have done the pun, but you understand, he's been worthy. I know, I had to say it, okay? Not a huge fan of the age of Petrie, but the contract's fine. Thornton, I think, might be gone. Glaze is going to be gone for sure. Colin, all these guys are going to be gone. A lot of these guys are backups. We got a lot of money, but I don't think we're going to keep them. It's no. It's a no from me. So we're headed to the playoffs, and we tried, I think, 5 different playbooks this season, and none of them seem to work, sadly. As we go 3-14, one of the craziest bad seasons I have ever seen in one of our rebuilds. We went 3-14 with just a team that's, based on overall, a top 3 roster in the entire league. Top 5 at worst. Top 3, though. 3-14. That's insane. That's actually absurd. We're going to be heading into year 4 with not a lot of hope, I'll tell you that much. Sullivan was kind of mid. I'm going to be real with you. Kind of mid. Just back-to-back years of being okay, but in today's NFL, not great. And rushing numbers weren't good. We ended up going with Green Bay at the end of the season. Didn't really work. Rams didn't work. Chargers didn't work. We tried Tampa Bay. That didn't work. Just a whole bunch of sims, I guess. Then defensively, Hutchinson only gave, he only had 9 sacks. Just not good. The entire team collectively was just bad. That is one of the worst total performances I've ever seen. Usually it's like one side or the other, or the scheme, cooks it. Didn't matter the scheme. Didn't matter the side. They got destroyed. 30th, 28th, 30th, 23rd points allowed. That is one of the worst seasons I've ever seen. That's consistently bad across the entire board. I guess we should have went for Micah. I was thinking about going Micah, and I was like, you know what? We haven't had Aiden Hutchinson in a while. That guy's good. Let's make it happen, and guess what happens? We shouldn't have made it happen. Cooper DeJean was great, by the way. He's insane. Weird Super Bowl as well. Bears and Raiders are in the Super Bowl. That's kind of insane, but let's take a look at who is the winner. It is the Bears. Take a look at our DevOps. I can't imagine would have had any. Offense was terrible, at least offensively. Just purely garbage. And then defensively, I don't know who was what. I'll be real with you. I don't know who was what. Oh, Flynn was a superstar? Now that actually surprises me. Usually the gems, unless it's one of the classic like wide receiver, maybe an O-line, they're almost always star. But that is great. Was Cooper Jean already X Factor? I think he was. Yeah, he already was. He's actually been insane. He's been so good for us. The rest of the team, though, yeah, that was pitiful. That was a garbage performance for the entire team. I almost just simmed to the freaking draft. Now, that would have been a crazy but valid crash out at 3-14 as the top 3 rated team in overall. Dante Thornton, you might even be asking yourselves, why didn't we start him? Why didn't we put him at tight end? His overall dropped significantly at tight end, sadly. And we just didn't need him at wide receiver, unfortunately. So, kind of just wasted him. For agency, though, any names? Trey Hendrickson, I mean, he's kind of dropped off. That regression's hit him hard. Dylan Sampson, we don't really need a running back anymore. Haven't needed one this whole time, to be fair. And yeah, I mean, there's some backups, obviously, but I don't think you're going to get a starter. Kevin Winston, maybe, but still is a good player. He's just normal dev. Yeah, I don't think we're spending money in free agency here, which sucks because we have a lot of money. So other than maybe some backups, we're probably just going to be filling through the draft unless you make another crazy blockbuster. All right, we're in the draft, and of course, we have pick 1 overall, which I don't personally think our roster and team is that bad of a team to be seen number 1 overall. I also personally don't see a pick worthy up here other than maybe this safety. I don't 100% know, but there's some decent ratings in there. Maybe should have scouted him a little bit further, but an A tackle, an A hit power, an A pursuit, an A awareness. It's interesting. I don't know if he's generational, but he looks good. Like 76, 77 overall, maybe. I don't know if he's worth taking, though. But I will say that is one of the biggest positions we have, needs-wise, safety, maybe a tight end, maybe a linebacker, just some future-proofing O-line, and, maybe 1 or 2 starters. But there's not a whole lot we need, again, that we're going to get without being lucky, right? Like, we could upgrade DT, but if they're normal or star, that's not really going to get it done. Same for most of the positions. So, definitely want to trade down. Oh. He was a lot better than I thought. Okay, so I'm going to trade down to, I don't even know, 10? And take that tight end, I think. Holy crap, the amount of different, additions I had to make. If this is a speed rebuild, I would have lost, 4 minutes on that one. We trade Norman Law, Pat Bryant, Billy Bowman, a first and a fourth this, a fourth 2 years from now, for a first this, a first next, and Bennett off of the Seahawks. Holy. What do they trade up for? Hopefully it's a quarterback, even though we had that first-round pick. It's an edge rusher. Let's take a look at the tight ends there, which, I don't know. He could go as high as he needs to. It's a little bit of a reach, right? We don't absolutely need him. I could probably use Callum Webb more than him. But I got a top 5 tight end with, all the A's in the world staring me down. Oh, I also have this cornerback that could play safety, probably. I think I have no choice. I can still make trades. We can make trades in this draft, but Rich Whitfield, please be a top 3-er. Top 2, okay. I feel good about that. Also, honestly, faster than I would have thought. So, automatic starter, Jaden Higgins is gone. That's all I can say about that. All right, make this trade to move up to 21, which I'm not even sure. I'm thinking we're taking the lineman, which I'm trying to think, is this guy generational? His pass block finesse is bad, but everything else is very, very good. Does look like a top 5 to me, but you do have the safety there still, which, honestly, safety is actually not that big of a concern, but Eric Burrell does look solid. I think you take the O-line, and then maybe we think about trading up for the safety. I don't know. Callum Webb, hopefully he's good. 3, okay, so when you get top 5... Well, that sucks. Normal dev. Well, that is unfortunate. I was about to say, when you get top 5s, and they're not actually 5, that's pretty good. Unfortunately, not in this case, it's not. And here we go. Garrett Williams, Ringo, and a 4th-round pick to move up to 23. I think we're taking the safety. I kind of like him. He looks good. Hey, how big is he anyways? Oh, he can play linebacker. Yeah, that definitely. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Let's see the true talent. He could be high. Oh, it's very high. I didn't know. There's some ratings there, right? Those are some very good overall ratings. Dev, Nice. Okay. Hey, I thought we drafted a generational lineman. Apparently we didn't. There was some ratings in there. We got 3 top 5ers. Take it we had the first pick overall. So, you make some trade downs. It shouldn't be that hard to do. But this guy's a very good. Again, we could put him at safety. I don't think at that 89 change of direction that they want him there. I was thinking 77 plus. 77, I would almost guarantee start Ev. I can't believe he actually fell to our spot. What else do we need? Safety don't actually need it anymore. I mean, to be fair, we don't really need safety at all. But it's like the only decent looking player there worth that high of a pick. And obviously we have some like really good players. Like we still even have Jaden Higgins and Savion Williams if we wanted to trade them off for some draft picks, which we probably do. I don't think we need safety anymore, but linebacker definitely could take. And Contreras looks great to me. Juan Contreras is going to be on the team. Take a look at his rank. 80. Come on. Nice. Hidden dev. Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. That lineman's still probably fine, but I'd prefer if we would have gotten hidden, right? Might go for a safety anyways, though. Also, Wilkerson was good, wasn't he? Pretty good to me. A little slower, but yeah, I mean, our corner 3 is already a superstar, so I'm not really worried. We trade Jaden Higgins off to the Panthers for a 3rd and a 4th, so we lose a little bit of value there. I don't know if the safeties are going to be there anymore. Poole was my guy, and he went 1 pick before us. We have other options too, but still, that was my guy. And through the process of elimination, Wilkerson is now the draft pick. 17 true talent. Sadly, normal dev, though. Yeah, if I knew he was normal dev, I wouldn't have made the play. We're gonna... I don't know, actually. I don't know what the O-lineman picks look like, but if there's some UDFAs, we're gonna make some trade downs, draft those guys, which there kind of is. Not really. I think we're gonna take Byron, who looks okay. Doesn't look amazing, but looks okay. Oh, yeah, that's what I was worried about. But hidden dev. Hidden dev. Felt like he was on that cusp. 70 to 80, maybe, true talent. And we could trade this down. We'll make our lineman pick, and you'll see the draft recap. All right, made our trade down for a 6 and a 7 this year and a 6 next year. With the Panthers, we take Rosenberg with this pick. 40 true talent. Of course, normal dev. The higher the true talent, the lower the dev. Apparently. And then we take the nose tackle, Sebastian Ramirez. 67 true talent with hidden dev. Yeah, I mean, it's been hit or miss with those guys, but that was definitely a hit. Draft recap. Oh, my. Well, that's probably making the title. I don't know, in some capacity. Rich Whitfield, the tight end. Let's see what that dev is. Please be X-Factor. I mean, he's only 1 overall less than Jaden Higgins, so no matter what, I don't regret it. And, dude, it's never lucky. I bet you all 3 of the 80 pluses are not X-Factor. I mean, obviously we know Webb isn't, but look at him. A little bit of athleticism, so you could, in theory, put him at right tackle or something, but here's the safety. This is the guy that I'm, have the most hopes for, of course. Could play, I mean, very high change of direction, but could play in the linebacker. Dev? Okay, I don't know what the hell to do with the team, though, to be fair, because it should be him and our, and Porter starting, because Superstar and X-Factor, but I still have our high overall strong safety. I don't know what to do with that. I'm not sure. Contreras, though, hidden dev, he really should start. I think he will start over, I don't know what position he even plays. I guess Sam sits there at Sam. Linebacker 3, but he definitely starts, I think, right? The other guy we got, Thomas, does he need a contract? I can't remember. And then even though he isn't hidden, very good draft pick in Charles Wilkerson. And, yeah, just unfortunately normal development trade. O-line, normal dev, hidden, but I don't know what we're going to do with him. And then Sebastian Ramirez, the DT. Damn, actually very good. Not bad. All right. Let's see what this team can do. And we make a pretty big trade. We trade Besh, Savion Williams, and Tarheeb. Still all 3 guys on 1-year deals with 3 7th-round picks for a 2-year deal, 86 overall left tackle. He'll be moving over to right tackle. All right, here we are for season number 4. We don't have a full hidden dev or higher roster, star or higher, I should say, on offense, but it's still a really good-looking team, right? 2 90-plus wide receivers, almost on 3rd. 90-plus running back, 90-plus quarterback, tight end. I wish he was X-Factor, but probably won't be lower than an 86 or 87 by the end of the year. O-line we are working on, which is why we made that big trade for McLean. And then defensively, it's not really a weakness here. The big trade for Bennett puts us with another 80-plus overall star. Corner 1's great. Corner 2's getting better. Flynn's not bad. Safeties have high potential. Linebackers are good. This is, I would imagine, the best team in the league, even though apparently the approval's very bad, which of course it makes sense, right? Because we're this bad of a team. It makes sense, no sense though, because you look at it's like the approval, no approval of the GM, no approval of the coaching staff, no approval from the, is that for the fans? Like the fans that hate themselves, and we hate what we've become because of you. The media 11%, but the players 60%, which tells you, hey, we've got a great roster. We don't know why we're not winning. All right, let's see how screwed we are. $128 million. Cooper DeJean wants a lot of that, by the way. Ham, cool name, didn't really do much for us. So it's basically just one guy. We have to pay QB next year. We do have to pay McLean, but we could just do the 5th year, which we probably will, because I imagine 5 years is the max we're going to do in this rebuild. As, we've built a great team. If it takes more than this season and next season, I give up anyways. And you're wondering why you're seeing gameplay here and it's not the playoffs. Well, it's because we're 9-7, and if we miss, we might be out of the postseason. But if we win, we're guaranteed to be in it. So, yeah, we're going to come out here. It's crazy. Like, we are the best team in football. The literal best team. And yet, it's going to come down to maybe the final game of the season. Really? Best team there is. Look at this. Damn, that sucked. No juke ability. I don't even know why Flynn's returning, but hey, decent return nonetheless. Do kind of want to see this team. I don't want to see the stats until we're actually ready. Let's see it at the end of the year. Let's see though what this team can get up to. We have the Packers offense. Just nothing working. Jaguars is just, you're not getting numbers at that scheme for some reason. That's a crazy risk, but why not? We actually almost just one-handed it, I think. The guy's name was Aragon, by the way. What the hell kind of name? What do you think this is? Medieval times? Nice move inside. Egbuka snaps the ankles of Silas. I do like these dome teams. Man, I wish the Colts would just stop winning. I wish it would just come crumbling down. Nothing against the Colts or their fans, but just I want to play with your uniforms and in your stadium. Which also, I admit, sounds kind of weird. All the dome teams I want to play as are good now. I want to play as the Lions. That's never happening again. Should have played as them when I had a chance. Perfect coverage, by the way. It's Drake London. Be nice to actually finish this drive out. Travis Hunter, that is like the freest look I've ever seen. And I thought we were going to spin forward for some reason, even though I knew we possession. That is predetermined every day of the week. Worthy free release, maybe. Not a great route by Travis. Actually, not even Travis. Who the hell even is that? Who the hell was that, actually? Good play, though. Tight end's wide open. He's in. Dude, I don't understand the celebration in this game. They got to, I don't know what they got to do, but they got to change it up. Like, you can't celebrate into the end zone because you come to a dead stop. Look at the different, like, we should be able to easily, like, high step in the end zone or something. Like, we're stopping dead and almost fumble. What a disaster. We're kicking a good kick. 7-0. Let's see what the team can get up to without us. All right, going to the end of the game. 7-0. 7-0. 10-0. 17-0. Okay, a little bit better. Defense is playing ridiculously well. 17-0. 20-0. 27-0. Yeah, it's pretty safe to say we won this game. 27-7, the Colts finally score. They finally score again. And we will hold on to the 13-point lead. Looking at the stats, Sullivan, kind of mediocre. Nothing really crazy. Offense was pretty tame. It's just the defense was locked down, which, hey, I don't really care how we win as long as we do it. Of course, we miss a field goal on top of it. But hey, even though it took so long, we've made the playoffs, finally. And the first game we play is, of course, against the Kansas City Chiefs. The reason why I decided not to go with them with a trade down with our first overall pick. And there you have the win-loss. Take a look at the stats. Sullivan, pretty good. 37 touchdowns, 7 picks, almost 4,000 yards. That's like, I wouldn't say standard in today's NFL, but it is becoming kind of standard. Worthy, 1,000 yards. Low touchdowns, low yards per carry. Egbuka was good, but everyone else pretty mid. This Packers scheme, I'm telling you, it's fair. You may get some more wins than some of the other playbooks, but it's a fair playbook. Looking at the D-line, I've seen worse, but I still would have expected more. Gonzalez was great. Kicking, pretty mid, to be honest with you. Punting, good. Kick return, punt return game, nothing going on there. Take a look now at the yearly. Wow, 26 in offensive yards, but the yearly awards, it's a Packer player. So even though for us it didn't really go super well statistically, it did for them. Whitfield, number 3 for Offensive Player of the Year. Obviously, just never going to win it. Or Rookie of the Year, never going to win it. Those numbers were so bad. It was like 500 yards, like a few touchdowns. But we have made the playoffs. Of course, the approval ratings going up. The players have always been, because it's like, well, we have the best team. It should be 100%. But 4 overalls on those Chiefs. Let's see if we can make the playoffs for the first season and then win the Super Bowl all in one. All right, going to the end of the game, 0-0. Chiefs definitely look a lot better than the Colts so far. I mean, they are literally on our side of the field 3 straight drives, like right out the gate, and we're just doing nothing about it. Offense has got to move the ball. There you go. Huge first drive of the second half. Another decent drive there, up by 3, and here you go. Midfield, Chiefs driving. 3rd and 20, 4th and 20. Great defense. Defense is locking up. Just need the offense to have a legacy drive here. Not a bad one. Looking good. Touchdown would be crazy. 4th and in. Oh, they got sad. Tell me they're going to kick the field goal. Like, I don't want to because you open the win. Dude, why are you throwing at the 1? Just run the damn ball. Like, they refuse to pick, and it doesn't matter, but they refuse to run the ball. Like, they got to 3rd and 1, and they threw it again. I mean, I get it. You got some scrambles working for you. Maybe it was designed QB run. I don't know. But that's risk for no reason. C.J. Stroud did not play a great game. Either did Sullivan, but at least he didn't throw a pick. Worthy fumbled. Kind of crazy. Yeah, we just had a little bit more field goals. That's all there really is to it. Nothing special about it. Oh, it helps that they had a field goal block. So we're moving on to the divisional round. We at least win a playoff game. It's not all for nothing. We at least have some progress. But yeah, even though it's not going to do well for the tight end numbers, running back numbers are iffy. Wide receiver 2 and 3 are iffy. I think the Packers scheme is pretty damn fair. I think we can all probably agree that, hey, if you're going to go to a playbook that has a chance of winning, that's the most fair you're going to get. If we're talking about real life, it's really fair because you're going to win no games. 3-0, not a great start, but we do, again, we're limiting them on defense. 10-6, huge drive chance. It's all right, a couple of billion field goals, but just like that, touchdown ties the game up. I mean, the offense got to do something sooner or later. It's field goals. It's all field goals. This good of a team, and they can't do anything. This offense is just doing literally nothing. Got the drag. Schoonmaker is your guy. Drake London, pretty obvious. Oh, there you go, Drake London. I thought we were going to get a straight arm there, but no, we couldn't. First down conversion. I don't trust this quarterback at all, but, I don't want to also be the only reason why we win. 3rd and 4, good first down. 3rd and 6, first down. What do we got? 3rd and 11, this is a tough one. I mean, this is the drive, right? Like, you have to get the drive here. I do like this play quite a bit, actually. Problem is, everything's kind of like going towards one side. And we're in trouble. Gonna have to throw it away. It's grounding. No! Our O-line struggled so quickly. Oh, this is gonna be an L for sure, dude. Look how many yards we just lost. It's 4th and 21. I mean, in theory, you probably could kick a field goal, but it's just too late in the game to do that. Wait, are they gonna let Tutu Atwell score? Love that we don't have... Well, we do have Travis, actually. That's Tutu Atwell, baby. Don't know. So that's who 82 is. Don't know why you're leaving that so free. Also don't know why you're not calling a timeout here. Oh, my Lord. Thankfully, they blew it. Thankfully, they blew it. And there goes Worthy. All right. 38 seconds left. We're headed to the championship round. I actually can't believe they let that go, especially with the sliders we're on. Like, the sliders... They always apply properly. Oh, Lord, they're actually... Wait a minute. They just converted like a massive play. We're not moving on, apparently. I guess they have plenty of time. I was wrong. They're at the 49-yard line. They have one timeout. They have all the time in the world they need. I knew that's where he's going to go, too. Good tackle, but, I mean, that's freest field goal I've ever seen. Smart to call a timeout there. Or, not a call a timeout, but a go for the field goal now. Because I would have went with mid there and just risked it all, hoping that we would have got a sack, and that would have won the game. Said now, it's a tough field goal, don't get me wrong. He missed. Is it in? It is barely in. Damn. We'd prefer them to kick it deep, but I imagine this is going to stay in the end zone. Or not in the end zone, in the field of play. And it's not. Wow, that's a bad decision. This gives us a chance before overtime to throw away the game, of course. I mean, 4 verticals already worked once. They look like they're actually going to play it this time, but we'll see. I did not even see that guy. Wow, what a catch, by the way. I will say I'm not exactly sure why he's catching it like that when he's just wide open, but sure. Travis Hunter. No way. Dude, how is that so bad of a throw? He was open. Do you have time to quick throw to Worthy? Probably not. I mean, I'm glad that it's a bad throw. Good try by the tight end, dude. That guy is trying. Just a little underthrown. But that being a bad throw gave us a chance. I can't believe the defense choked that away. There's the reason why we're even in the situation we're in a good way. Like, we would be out of the playoffs probably, if not for the defense. All right, yeah, we're friends and all that. Let's just move on. We win no matter what. Doesn't matter. Not the game, but, you know, the coin toss, I should say. You win the coin toss no matter what, because the game still chooses receive first, because it's stuck in, like, years ago mode. It's funny. It's just so funny. Oh, man, the game. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 2. 2nd and 13. Yeah, hey, there you go. All right. Touchdown wins it. Touchdown wins it. I mean, we're slowing down a little bit here. 3rd and 3. Here it is. Oh, dude, you can't. Your defense just gave up a drive, man. You can't. I'm sorry. But at the same time, there's some significant risk here. Jalen Noel's in. Jalen Noel. I mean, he's a receiver, remind you. Nice freaking fight, by the way. I mean, these are literal receivers at running back, so, I mean, if they can't catch it, I don't know who the hell can. Finish it out. And there it is. Took a little longer than we thought it was going to, but 29-26. We're headed on to the championship round. Not me thinking about what game we just played there. Sullivan, you know, threw the pick this time, but a lot better game technically than last week. The completion percentage is way up there. Worthy, I mean, he's persistent. Yards per catch, carry kind of suck, but he's persistent. Herbig and Hutchinson, 1-1 apparently. Both kickers missing a kick. And here it is, the Baltimore... Ooh, wait a minute. Baltimore Ravens are actually kind of goated. Hold on a minute. The Ravens actually weren't even the number 1 seed either. They beat the Raiders by 2. They beat the Buffalo Bills by 14. And then hopefully they don't beat us. We'll find out, though, as, again, look at that overall. Damn. Lamar Jackson, of course. They still get Lamar. All right, go to the end of the game. What do you got? 7-0. Ravens, of course, dude, every time we talk about it, we're always the underdogs. This one, actually, surprisingly, you know, a game that we're actually playing better than normal. 10-7. Yeah, I mean, you could just tell sooner or later they're going to score because our offense is just giving... You would have thought it was the Ravens' ball, and they just have the yard line wrong because they're moving us to the left. We are supposed to go to the right. We are moving to the left. 3rd and 23. How is that even possible? You know, it's one thing to, you know, get a sack, you know, have a bad run. There was like 5 plays in 2 downs. There was like 2 penalties, 3. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Travis Hunter, you got some speed for me? 2, yup. I mean, there's just nobody open. Just give the tight end a chance. Why not? And, of course, he drops it. All right, defense, time to place. Play out there again. Get another stop, even though you know your offense isn't going to do anything for you. What a punt, by the way. And 4th and 4, they do get the stop just as time. And there you go. Instantly punted again. 4th and 13. Wait, that's our ball. Dude, the defense is literally trying so freaking hard. It's insane. And the offense just can't move the ball. What made the Ravens good is the fact that they had the better offense, not the better defense. And we finally get them down. There you go, 4th and 8. This is the drive. I mean, this is it. I guess we're going to have to come in because they just can't move the ball. They've scored 10 points all day. That's terrible. That's horrible. Like, the weather's, I mean, maybe it's cold, but about as good as you're going to freaking get here. All right, we got this crazy play. Don't really need to get it all back in one, but we're looking at it like we do. Travis Hunter, perfect route. Nice play to the 48-yard line. Drake London, see that route running? Oh, my. I mean, don't get me wrong. He got out there quick, but another guy picked him up, so it's not really much you can do from there. Buka on the curl route. All right, I don't know if I like this. Get another drag over the middle. I think they're going to pass Drake London off, though. He was, but he seen that that Drake London was going to burn him, so he decided, nah, I'm not going to do that. Oh, I'm going to pass him off. That thing on the Ravens thing saying darkness, there is nothing more. Pretty grim, but kind of cool, I suppose. I kind of predetermined that. And, of course, every single time you got to jump for a ball, it's dropped. No such thing as a jump ball, going up and get it guy in this game. It's a tough throw. I knew scrambling out was going to do that. But I also thought, you know, we probably need to create some space here. I guess I was wrong. Buka. These, like, you should be open, right? Nope. That's a perfect throw, though. And you know what? I've learned my lesson. I'm not giving them that time. Now, I will say they're probably going to call a timeout here. We should have probably backed it up a little bit. Back it up, Terry. But we can at least get a minute off. We have at least a chance. Worthy's going to be the predetermined just because of the speed, and we get the tight end out there to kind of create that for us. All right, 3 points, but obviously all the time in the world. We at least wasted a little bit more clock. Tiny bit. And, of course, dude. Literally, it's 1-1. That was exactly what happened last game. Nothing on first, nothing on second. 30-yard play down the field in field goal range. Sure, that can happen in real life, but, like, back-to-back, the exact same result. It's kind of crazy. Quick throw underneath. I mean, it's a good try on the tackle. It just didn't finish it. Need you to keep him balanced. They got 2 timeouts left. You know, we can force one. Bring the blitz. Try to get in there. We're going to run it. Oh, it's a read option. Lamar guy's a fast guy. That's all right, though. If we can just take it to overtime again, that's cool, I suppose. I'm not exactly ecstatic about it, but better than nothing. If they show they're going to run it for sure, I might call timeouts. We'll see. I mean, we brought a blitz. You know, we brought a blitz. Suppose it's helpful when they're the ones calling timeouts because we have no choice in the matter. We have to let it play on. 31 seconds. I'm not loving it. If you're going to score a touchdown, just do it already, please, you know? Quick throw outside, and... okay, I guess. There's 2 people there, but sure. And thankfully, even though they scared the living hell out of us, they are going to be going for that field goal from the 3, which, hey, I get why the game does it because they know that their AI coding is going to make it where Lamar's going to hold the ball, take a sack for whatever reason, and then the game's over instead of taking the easy, you know, a couple quick throws outside. But, yeah. Stay in, dude. We got time here. We got to the 35. We have an actual chance. Drake London, is that against a linebacker? See how they play this. It's a good throw. Okay, I guess I need to shut the hell up. I guess blood needs to stop yet. All right, because that is exactly what I complained that doesn't happen, and it just happened. Worthy's kind of my main look here. I can't believe he covered both. Ooh, Travis is dead. All right, from the 36-yard line, they have no timeouts to ice us. Pause us, mind you, to go to the Super Bowl. Did somebody just come darting through there as we have hit the field goal and we're headed to the Super Bowl? Holy crap. These couple of games have been insane. I need to see that highlight, though. I need to see that highlight because that is crazy. I'm pretty sure somebody actually got through there. Oh, he dove. I mean, he's late, but that's a big dude diving like that. Like, that shoulder is gone. Crazy work, though. Good. I mean, the team won. You know, we slightly outplayed Lamar technically because he didn't throw the pick. A little bit more incompletions, but similar performance. Wow. Worthy's got to A, stop fumbling, and B, start getting some yards. Maybe the size is actually playing a factor. I don't know. Maybe we need a new experiment. YouTube short out of it or something. I don't know. Let's see who's in the Super Bowl. We've seen the 2 teams. The Cowboys and, damn, who was the other team? Panthers. We made a trade with them, didn't we? Was that the first round pick we have, actually? Let me see. No way we have pick 31 and 32, right? Okay, with Seattle. We made a trade with Carolina for something. Maybe it was the O-lineman. I don't know. But let's take a look at the route to get here if you're Carolina. They were the #1 seed, huh? Oh, okay. Beat the Saints, and they beat the Cowboys. That's literally it. That is it. Looking at the numbers, though, we do not have a great offense, but our defense has been legit. So, defense wins championships. Let's see if it's possible. Let's take a look, though. Quick look at the offense. Ekbuka, he is a 90 overall superstar now, not X Factor. I was thinking about it. I was like, Drake London does not go to X Factor. A little surprised Sullivan didn't go up dev. He's probably very close, though. Wait, what about Whitfield? 87 overall. We said probably 86, so not a bad glow up. And then defensively, who the hell went up here? Don't know if anyone did. I think it's just Burrell revealed his dev. But there it is. 95 overall. We have them beat by a lot. Maybe we'll finally see the Panthers not win a Super Bowl if you're kind of up to date with our Panthers franchises. I don't know why I say franchises. But here it is. 5 overalls beaten on them. First year in the playoffs. Could it be a first-year Super Bowl? I don't know. If only this was a Bills rebuild, it would have been just like that franchise. Either way, 3-3. At least the offense is not just going 0 points. Although, here it is. Here's your 0 points. Right before half, huge field goal. But again, it's 3 field goals to be down still. Another field goal. There's no way we win this game with field goals, right? Hey, there you go. Touchdown, 9-point lead. Our field goal kicker deserves a statue outside the front of the freaking stadium, even though it's not over yet. 3rd and 1. Dude, 3rd and 1. And again, they throw the ball. I mean, it's a 2-point game. You're leading, so failing this doesn't lose you the game. But kicking a punt and playing bad defense could. No matter what, we get the ball back. I think the math is here. I really don't know if it is, but I'm going to say it is, and that's my prerogative. Drake London was always going to be the guy. Let's be real. Let's be real with ourselves here. Dude, Akeem Sullivan has been the most good player I've seen in a while. Like, I just don't trust him at all. Like, I just don't expect him to do anything for us. And here, I mean, they have all day. They have all day, 5-point game, 4th and 5. And intercepted by who else but the master of this video idea, Cooper DeJean. As we have won the Super Bowl 22-17. Of all the players to pick it, that is, I mean, I wish it was Travis Hunter got a touchdown because those are like the 2 guys, right? Like those are the 2 players you're thinking about who can play kind of around the field. I guess Metellus as well. But the versatility comes into play. He gets a pick at the linebacker position. I cannot believe, though, that you can put some of these corners at middle linebacker and they just don't care. Like, they're like, hey, that's fine. Will linebacker, Mike linebacker, these guys are starters. Sure, why not? I'm down, I guess. You'd probably get absolutely smoked by, these tight ends and O-linemen if you had to engage in a block, which you definitely will. But in this realm, apparently it doesn't matter. It just, you don't need to worry about it. Looking at the player stats, Akeem just did nothing, dude. He had like 299 yards on 49 attempts. Just, the man is inaccurate. And another fumble by Worthy. Fair enough. You know what? It's, even though his carrying is probably way better than he should be. Wow, look at the kicking. Larson, my hero. Come here. Come here, pal. Bring it in. But yeah, I was about to say, probably, good carrying should be, maybe not. Okay, 77 carrying. Fair enough. Fair enough. Actually legit. That's why I wasn't really complaining. I was like, damn, another fumble? It wasn't like, oh, come on, EA, but wow, another fumble. We'll show you the win-loss there. Because it is, if it's a regular style rebuild, and, we made the playoffs a couple times and there's been a progression, I don't need to show you all the time the win-loss, but in one of these where, we didn't make the playoffs for 3 straight years, then we finally make the playoffs at 10-7, and then we win the Super Bowl in 1 year. Yeah, I want to show you. Just want to cross our T's, dot our I's. There's going to be always somebody like crying like, oh, that's unrealistic, or cheating or something. Like I think early on for the Panthers franchise when it came out, it's like, oh, just people on YouTube always getting caught out, changing players' ratings. And then, even though we all pretty much kind of understood that there was some sort of bug or just the nose tackle archetype being too high, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, there's the kind of the nose tackle thing boosting ratings, just so you're aware. Just people complaining to complain. I have a reason. When I complain, it's because, wow, dude, why is he so? Oh, it's because he's a receiving guy. I didn't even think about that. I did not think about that. But yeah, it's because the things that I'm complaining about are legitimate, right? Slider's not applying properly. Like I think, again, when you start up a franchise like you see here with this rebuild, the sliders actually work. I think they actually work as intended, but I don't think you can tweak them past that point. Because these are not the coverages we're getting. Because, there's some guys on our team for Panthers franchise, the quarterback, the running back, the wide receivers, the tight end that are, some better guys than we're used to. But Drake London and Travis Hunter are just as good, if not better, than the two guys we have over there. But I will say the argument would be made that the defenders aren't as good across the league as the ones we're in here because the sliders are lower. That makes sense, actually. So maybe that's why we're not seeing it. Maybe they do apply. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to test it by bumping all the Raiders, the rosters in our Panthers franchise. But look at Burrell. Look at these guys. I like to yap while doing this because, I mean, I don't need to, oh, look at Cooper DeJean, 94 overall. You guys can see. You guys have eyes. I know you do. But yeah, he is actually pretty damn good. It's weird that it works, but pretty damn good. Jalen Petrie, he's just been pissed this whole time. Look at his face. He's not happy. What's the block shed, though? Like, you cannot go after the ball carrier with these guys. You just simply can't. We'll take a look at Thomas as well. Undersized. Just, I mean, great coverage, though. I don't know how the hell you pass against these linebackers, but definitely could run the ball against them. Just got to have that D-line carrying, which Christian Gonzalez, speaking of, carrying the cornerback unit for sure. I mean, he had the most picks every single season, I'm pretty sure. And then we have Will Johnson, 89 overall. You know, man coverage a little iffy, but zone press, pretty good. What about this this Flynn fella, 81 overall? Zone coverage is crazy good. I honestly don't even remember where we got that guy. We must have drafted him. I left this rebuild for like 2 days. I don't know why I didn't just finish it when I had the chance. And I don't know where he came from. I am so curious. You know what? Let's actually look. I want to see. Was he must have been one of the later drafted, right? Awards, 6th round. I think I remember now. I think I remember. I don't need to look at Aiden Hutchinson. He's what he is. Almost always a 99 overall. Anderson, actually not great. Like, even as a nose tackle, block shedding guy. Only 86 block shed, even though he's almost a 90 overall. Same with Bennett, but he's a little bit better. No pass rushing DTs for us. And then, you know, we'll take a look at this kicker because he is an 86 overall superstar that just won us a Super Bowl. 99 kick power, 88 accuracy. Actually looking like a generational kicker. Anyways, again, if you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification all so you know when the next video is up. Not sure if you're going to see anything tomorrow. Maybe Packers franchise. Maybe that's Saturday because, of course, arguably Panthers franchise kind of ended. I'm still, you know, gathering information in the comments to see, hey, do we want to do another season? Exactly how that season goes. I don't know if it's worth the effort to do another season. You know, we won 2 in a row. Do we go for the 3? If we do, maybe it's limited. I don't know. With that being said, you know, we got to do a new series, and that might take a little bit of time to prep. Not many days, but some days. You got to make sure it's the right team, making sure it's the right idea. So, not exactly sure what you're going to see this weekend. It's going to be the one weekend where I don't know what the hell's coming out, but I know for a fact that we'll have at least a rebuild of the Packers franchise, maybe more. But, yeah, I'm not sure other than that. Maybe how to draft a perfect fantasy draft team updated again. Either way, let me know if you guys have any other ideas for these challenge rebuilds. What team you'd like to see realistically rebuild on probably Sunday. And that is pretty much that. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, and also let me know if there's any other out-of-position type players that you've noticed that is like, oh, this guy at free safety is really good. Like he's a wide receiver or something. I don't know. Let me know. But until next video,